This is going to be brutal, but I'm Eastern European, so you know. Oh my God, I got a part. This is it. This is amazing. This is going to change things. And then nothing fucking happens.
How was the Black Mirror?
My agent was like, nobody will say it. It's obviously Black Mirror, okay? I'm losing out to actresses who have like 20,000 followers on Instagram. And the people who make the big decisions are often producers. It's not the director that picks the final cast. They will throw something at you. Just not even because they want you to play it that way. They just want to see whether they can count on you on set. So I've been told literally in my face, if you were British, your career would be much bigger. Instead of listening to these big celebrities giving advice to actors, to actually talk to actors who've been in the industry for like 40 years and they survived. You're making me nervous. Therefore, I'm scared that how am I supposed to give you this part? Are you going to be like this on set? I was on a mission to prove to actors that you don't need to spend a lot of money to make your self-tapes look good. I do like self-taping, the freedom of it, the ownership. You can be thinking about your grandmother. I don't care. As long as it looked amazing. Whenever you look at any actor's techniques, it all boils down to owning it.
My name is Andrzej Ragozin. This is Beyond Real Talk. And my guest today is an actor and screen acting coach, Natalia Kostrzewa. Was it right?
Yeah.
Nice. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about. I have a lot of stuff that worries me as an actor. And I just want to discuss the industry. But let's talk about your roots. You're from Poland.
Yes, originally from Poland.
Tell me about Poland. I've never been.
It's an interest. It's very different now. You know, it's very metropolitan. It's very trendy, especially Warsaw. I think people have a very old Soviet idea of Poland, where now it's actually a pretty cool place to be. I even started doing workshops there for Polish actors for self-taping because the industry is just growing so much. So highly recommend if anyone wants to go on a holiday to go to Poland, seriously.
Yeah.
And then I moved when I was 17. I moved, 16, 17 to Ireland, to Dublin.
We'll come to that. But is there anything about your childhood I need to know to understand you as
trauma.
A person better?
Well, I always known that I wanted to be an actor. Always. Wow. From kindergarten, there was this poem that each child was given like a verse. And I was the onion who was in love with beetroot. And I remember as a kid, I was really like, I love you, beetroot, and all that. And everybody laughed. And I was like, no, this is how an onion would behave.
Yeah.
If she was in love with beetroot. So I just knew.
How did you know it's a job in kindergarten?
Because then it grew into, in Poland, I don't know, back home for you guys, but it's very, we have this thing where we have competitions for talking, reciting poetry, and I was really good at it. So I started to win competitions first in my school, then in my town, then in the capital, all over Poland. So I was doing really well. And the older I got, the more it started to be a thing that I realized that, oh, you can do that. And then I joined this theater group. Then I went to like a part-time acting school for young people, but it was like mixed ages, and they took us very seriously. They were very they didn't treat us like babies, you know, and I love that. I was like, discipline, yeah.
Are you from big city?
I'm near Warsaw, so like an hour away. It's not a big city now, but yeah, big enough.
Okay. And why Ireland? Why Dublin?
Because back in the 80s, my father, he's an artist, a painter, and it was very difficult to make a living as an artist, as it is to this day.
Nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing changed. However, he got an amazing proposition from a gallery in Dublin that he would keep painting paintings, little paintings that were very popular. All the tourists love them, of countryside of Ireland. And he would mass produce them and get a wage each month, which was amazing. But like, imagine having a steady wage. So he moved to Ireland and would come back and forth between two countries. And eventually my mother was like, we need to move and stay all together. So then I moved and lived with my father.
Was it a big cultural shock?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest shock to this day really is how, I don't want to say dishonest, but how polite Irish and British people are. They will, like, if they don't like you, they will not tell you or let you feel like they don't like you. And I think that was like, what? If I don't like you, you'll know. So that's, to this day, people will often comment that I'm very honest. But I like that. I like honesty.
I think it's refreshing sometimes. And I think, I also experienced that. First of all, when you move here and you step on someone's foot and they apologize, like, what? Yeah, that's weird. We would not fight back in Latvia for that, but I wouldn't be happy if someone steps on my foot. I wouldn't apologize.
Yeah.
And then, but you kind of got used to it. But sometimes I think it's harmful, especially when you go to, for example, job interview. And then you ask them, like, how did I do? And they're like, oh, yeah, you did amazing. Everything's fine. Instead of just telling me why I'm not getting the job. Or just
give me feedback.
Just give me feedback. It will help me grow.
Absolutely.
And you just kind of trying to lure your way out of it because it might be uncomfortable. Which,
do you think it's that people get offended easily here? I feel like they do. It takes a lot to offend me. Honestly, a lot. Like, my skin is so thick. You can literally tell me. I'll be like, yeah, okay. And it's my choice to either take it on or not. But I like to know the truth.
I agree. I mean, look, I changed in the 12 years I've been in the UK. I did change. I do understand now when I go back to Latvia. And I think I spoke about it on the podcast, but who cares? Sometimes you go back to Latvia and I speak to my friends and they're like, you're a snowflake. You got soft. Because when you go to the shop and you ask someone who works there for help and they're kind of rude to you, I feel like, what? That's wrong.
Who hurt you? Do you need a hug? Absolutely. Yeah. Now that I go to Poland and somebody is not nice in like a shopping situation, I am kind of like, hey, what's wrong with you? Just be nice.
First of all, it's your job. Also, like, it will not help you.
Yes, exactly.
It will ruin our day even more.
Yeah, I so agree. Absolutely.
And so, you came here. Took probably some time to... Did you know the language when you moved?
Very poorly, because I'm not sure how it is, again, in Latvia, but in Poland you have 1 hour a week of English. That's what we had. But I did watch a lot of movies in the original language. So I wasn't bad, but my God, when you actually live and another language is all around you and you have to communicate. It was what, 2001 when I moved. So I used to have a pocket dictionary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I would be like...
Yeah, because we didn't have kids. We didn't have iPhones back then with translator.
That's so sad. That's so true. But also, I went to acting school. Yeah. I have no idea how the fuck did I go in with really bad English. But actually, that was like a speed learning language because, we had to read plays and just read a lot.
And understand them.
And
not just understand what you read, but also then go deeper.
Yeah. So that was a crash course in English and I picked it up very quickly.
Yeah, I know, because I remember when I moved here, I was 30. 29 when I just moved. And I felt like, I know English. I watched Dr. House. I know all these words like kidney and bladder and whatever. I watched it in original. Then first of all, I realized that different English.
Yeah, slang.
and just American English and British English were like, it's a bit different pronunciation. When I first spoke to people from North, I couldn't understand a word. Sometimes it kind of takes me, I kind of got used to different dialects and accents. I think I understand properly like an Irish and Scottish and British and then different English accents. But back then I was like, I was working in the Russian visa application center. And there are people coming to me, like the couriers from the agencies that bring passports, and we were, working on the applications. And there was this guy, lovely guy, Greg, and we were like talking to him. And I mostly was asking, what?
Yeah.
And he was, first of all, no, what? Pardon? I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, absolutely. But I think because I moved when I was like 16, my ear got really used to different accents, especially in Ireland, where honestly, like, I can't even say the word. So there's some words in English that I just cannot. Rural?
Rural?
Yes, thank you. Countryside.
Yeah.
Where they really, you're like, what are you saying? But I'm quite good at understanding.
Have you noticed that when I just moved, I noticed that I understand better. I understand people who are not local. So they have their own accents like Spanish, Italian or whatever. But I understand them better than British.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Maybe because they used, again, simpler words, because their vocabulary was, as big as mine. And also, I don't know, maybe the type of pronunciation was closer to me, especially, I know, like Spanish and, Italian. I think they do pronounce R's better, like, closer to Russian and Latin and other languages. So, anyways, so where did you go to study acting?
In Ireland, first I went to Gaiety School of Acting, which is kind of like a traditional theatre-focused school, but I decided not to continue after a year. Because the school I went to in Poland, where they treated us like adults and everything was like discipline, I found the Irish culture was very much like, it'll do. It's fine. It's grand. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, but we are paying shitloads of money. But also like, let's do awesome things.
Yeah.
And people were just like, no. So I just thought, wow, this is not... And my father worked very hard and it was expensive. So I just thought it wouldn't be fair to ask my father to pay all that money for a school that I actually don't feel is for me. So after a year I quit, and I was very lucky because I got an agent, probably because there was no competition in a way. I actually don't think it was necessarily my talent. It was just because, we needed an Eastern European actor, so we'd take you. So I managed to get some work, and then I got very lucky and I got invited to be part of The Factory, which was a small group of big film directors in Ireland, like successful already directors, who literally rented this factory, like an old factory building, and decided that they want to have little guinea pigs, actors, and work on their materials, because often directors would be writers. So they'd be writing different scripts and wanting actors to perform them so they can hear out loud the words. And we started recording our performances. So I've been doing self-tapes for ages.
Before it became a thing.
With amazing directors as well. So you kind of feel like you can trust their feedback. So I've learned so much. And I love movies. So I watch an obnoxious amount of stuff.
So how was your career at that stage, and like how did it progress? Were you happy with it? Is anyone?
You see, there's two sides to it. One side, I can't complain because actually, as a Polish actress, I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well in UK, but I'm not really doing that well. do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's this constant chase. It's just like you just want this next thing, and then you get something, and you think like it's not good enough. I need the next one. This one, yeah, I'll do it now, but I need the next one.
This
and
I've learned.
If you look back and think about it, 5 years ago, would you think you would get this gig? Be happy for a second.
I mean, I've learned this very quickly, that never be too happy. Not that I'm like not happy about things, but just like things always appear on paper better than they are in reality. So I don't put too much emphasis on jobs, like, oh my God, this is going to lead to this and that. But what I've discovered is that this industry is unfortunately not ready to give us good material. So sometimes I just sit here and think, it's so sad because I will never meet my potential. I will never meet my potential because there's no parts. Not that I'm not getting them. They don't exist.
Well, the thing is, they do start to appear. Those parts, they do start to appear, but it's just...
so scarce.
It's, first of all, it doesn't happen a lot. And also, even if it does, not always people who are casting those parts really want some authenticity.
Absolutely.
And I understand if they want big names. I do understand that. But sometimes there are parts that are just right up your valley.
Yeah.
Alley? Whatever. It's just for you. And then you audition for it, and then you realize that someone who doesn't speak the language that you speak, that is required for the role. They get those parts just because maybe they look, and I understand that we need to look the part. I do understand.
Of course, yeah.
But there are sometimes we don't have enough opportunities, and the ones that we have that are kind of should be for us are taken away from us. And that sometimes can be very discouraging.
Absolutely, because if you're going to put us in the box, okay, let's be in that box, fine. But if you start introducing other people that are not in the Eastern European box, taking the few parts that we have, then it's starting to be frustrating. Because I actually don't mind if a British person plays a Polish girl. Play it. Go for it.
Yeah.
As long as I have the same opportunities. Yeah. And this is the never-ending frustrations.
And also acting is acting. I do understand that. If they can play it, they can play it. It's fine. I do understand it, because what Kate Winslet played this in a film about the Jobs. Steve Jobs, I think.
Yes.
She played this Polish woman, and she made and she worked on the accent, and it was, very soft, very subtle. She didn't want to push it too hard, and it's Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
She did a great job.
Of course.
I understand it. But then when some people play it and I've been in a situation when I was on set, and I will not name names, but there was this guy who, he was supposed to speak Russian, and he didn't speak Russian at all. I don't know how much he worked on those phrases, and the phrases weren't easy for a non-Russian speaker to learn those phrases. It wasn't easy. I understand that.
Yeah.
But when we have a take, and instead of saying his line, because the camera is on me, he says, oh, literally, that's what he says, just to mark.
Yeah.
And I have to work against it.
Yeah.
It's just come on, guys. That's not nice.
I know. And I think there is this misconception that we need to have known faces. It's proven not to be true, because you look at, Squid Games, biggest Netflix, wow, people went crazy for it. I presume 95% of people did not recognize these actors.
I think more they're known in what in
They're
South
known
Korea.
in their in their countries.
It's Korean, right?
I think
I
so.
think it's Korean. I think it's South Korea. I think they're not there, but yeah, I think the whole world.
Exactly, but the world would not know them.
Yeah.
So, and yet so successful. You know, there's this new TV show, The Industry. Is it The Industry? Sorry, it's with Seth Rogen, where he is
it The Studio? I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's very good.
Imagine.
Yeah.
This is actually a great concept for a show, and I think they fucked up the casting because they have the studio people, right? They cast famous actors for that. And then you have the actual directors and famous actors who play themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If they have cast the studio executives, just nobodies.
Yeah, unknown actors.
It would have been so much more believable.
Yeah.
And then you have all these famous people. You still gather the interest of the viewers because you have the famous people.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It kind of clashes two realities. I understand.
Yes!
It's like when when Captain America says about this list of the films that Samuel Jackson character gave to him, Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And one of the films is Star Wars, the one where Samuel Jackson played the part. This kind of clashes realities. Yeah, I understand what you mean. And here, like we have. Well, look, no, from business perspective, I think I do understand that sometimes you need big names. You do.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it can get some interest.
But even I'm losing out to actresses who have like 20,000 followers on Instagram. And I've been told that, because they...
Really?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Yeah, because I've heard that might be the thing that you could, have, you could lose a role to someone who has a big following. On the level of rumors, but is it like you really have had to deal with it?
Yeah. But imagine if it's between you and another actress and they're going, both of them are really good.
Well, if
which
it's
one
between
has
me
more
and another
followers?
actress, then I would definitely lose to an actress.
But like it's an easy pick then, because this one has more followers. So she might create more viewings. Let's just go with her. So yes, absolutely. And this is what pisses me off about this industry a little bit, is that, again, people are just not being transparent. And I feel just if you said it to us, yes, we'd be upset, but then we will get over it. And we go, okay, if I need to have a social media proper following, let me get onto that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be transparent. It's the same with, like, they say, the quality of your self-tape doesn't matter. Yeah? So I invite every actor out there to ask your 10 actor friends, can you please send me your last 2 self-tapes? So you watch 20 self-tapes in a row and get one that's recorded nicely. And you tell me, does it make a difference? Okay? Yeah,
that's the thing you said, because they do say it. They do say
it. Of course they do.
And I know that I've treated some self-tapes. I always try to make it the best quality I can. I use those cameras right now, and this is good quality. For self-tape, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I use a mic to have good sound.
Good.
I try to set up good lighting and everything. But then sometimes I have this feeling like, look, it's still a self-tape. I will not smoke. Instead of smoking it, I'll vape in a frame. But then some might say like, no. First of all, it will look completely different. And it's true.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And also just try to make it as much closer to the final product as possible, to the actual film. Just imagine, try to take any concerns from casting director, to try to take away absolutely everything, so they don't see like even a light switch on the wall behind you because it distracts you. Well,
think about it that way. I do believe, which some people might think it's controversial or whatever, but I do believe that people don't have imagination. And the people who make the big decisions are often producers. It's not the director that picks the final cast. It's often the producers. And these are people who are money people, organization, like they're not artists per se, I'm sure some of them maybe have a vision, but most I just don't believe it. Therefore, you have to spoon feed them, I believe.
Look, and that's, yes, I agree. I agree with that, but at the same time, it kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Why?
Just a little bit in terms of you can't expect every actor to always be in a perfect setting where they can make a perfect tape for a self-tape. It's kind of like they're not even getting paid for it. Just like, I understand.
Okay, let me just... But don't you think, because you have to learn quite a bit of technical aspects just to do this, right?
Yeah.
I believe that once I started learning about lights, about camera, I've become a better actor.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So it's a win-win.
It is, but if you imagine a person who, for example, doesn't really even have a room where to record, because living in London...
I've recorded in a box room, like, those rooms, the British box room, where you have like one bed and that's it.
But sometimes you don't have even enough of free wall background just in the frame.
Have like shit in it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and they're saying like, no, one clear background because you don't want, casting directors and whoever watches it to be distracted from your face on anything. And I understand, yes, of course, but sometimes you just like it's impossible. You can't ask people to have more in their life just because you don't want you want a better
I'm actually starting to move away from that clinical look in self-taping. I'm starting to, like, as you said, you've seen some footage. I'm trying to incorporate household stuff because I want to make it look like a movie frame, just a little bit, because often I feel it's the atmosphere that helps to sell a self-tape.
Yeah, but again, for this, I feel like you would need to have a better camera. What I mean by that, for example, with those cameras, I understand there is not enough of depth of field. Yeah.
But on your iPhone, you have cinema mode.
I don't have an iPhone. You see again. No, but yeah, I understand that. And to be fair, one of the tapes that I got me a job on, Here We Go, I actually recorded handheld in the kitchen because the joke was about this huge guy comes to the house and helps to open the pickles but can't.
Yeah.
And it's also like the series. It has like live camera, which is basically the camera is a character.
Yes.
So I kind of decided, like, you know what? I'll do that. I'll ask my friend to actually film me. I'll look in the camera, and it got me a job. I agree, but sometimes it's just.
So you spoon-fed them.
Yeah, in this case, I felt like I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And here's the thing, sometimes I feel like right now, I do start to move away from some things that I've heard, like that rule. The rule.
Me too.
I try now, sometimes I do try to kind of, you know what, I'll break this rule because I know exactly what I want to do.
Exactly.
Sometimes I feel like, do I do it? Should I?
Yeah.
I kind of...
Do it! Do it! Yeah, because I think this, when they say like, I wouldn't do jazzy things for the sake of doing it. But if you have a vision, you're an artist. If we are actors, I believe we are artists.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking artist, okay? Down with you. So, yes, if I have a vision, this is what I want to present. And this is why I love self-taping. Because you telling me that I have 100% ownership of this thing, it's amazing. In every aspect of being an actor, I have zero control, right? Even if I get the part, you might film the back of my my head.
You have less control.
Exactly.
You might do the amazing take, and they will take another take, and they will actually show your back of your head. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you're like, on this line, I just gave it my all. But we kind of needed the reaction, so whatever.
Exactly. And I do realize that some people say, oh, I want to be in the room. But actually, I want to be in the room when there's a callback. In the initial, I'm sure it's like dating, 10 seconds in, and nah, this is not going to work out.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like sometimes that's like take 10 seconds in, it's not going to work out. Give it another year, like actually it's kind of, weirdly.
But in the room, when you come in.
You know what, the funny thing, because as I told you before we started recording, I went to my very first acting class, acting for dummies, probably 10 or 11 years ago. 10. I think 10. And then since then, after I got my agent, which was in 2018, I think, I've been like in a room 5 times, maybe, and probably maybe 7 times, but 5 of those were for commercials. Everything else.
I think commercial castings are different. Yes, bring me into the room, because don't make me record a full commercial for you.
Which they want.
Which they always want. Okay, don't waste my time. Where I know it's just purely whether I match whatever vision they might have had. So don't waste my time on taping. But I do like self-taping, the freedom of it, the ownership, the fact that I don't need to worry if you have a kid, like, do I need a babysitter? Do I need to take a day off because you're going to have delays? And it's not like I can take a slot or half a day off from my day job. You know what I mean? Like I have to actually lose money, blah, 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 blah. So I do believe also, although I have an acting studio and I provide the service, that you shouldn't be paying. You should be able to learn about lighting and be able to record professional looking self-tape by yourself.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be paying.
But it's always so much better to have a reader at least. And I've been into situations because look, I recorded self-tape yesterday. Very important self-tape that I really needed it. And my friend was there to help me. But sometimes you are in a situation where like, I'll either leave the gaps there, and then I will record the sound myself, the other reader, or I will use AI. Now you can use, by the way, AI, feed it the text. It will give you the sound that you can edit in later. Okay. But it's just like you really want a reader. You really want someone to look someone in the eyes.
So the trick is, 2 tricks. If you can't have physically somebody there, literally either draw a face, no joke, or buy those party masks, and maybe a celebrity that you want to work with, and so you're projecting, but you actually have a face. Yeah. And then in terms of voice, you can have somebody on Zoom. I think if you go to acting classes, what I would do is go, who's good? Yeah. Okay. Who is good?
Yeah, we were doing this for sure, but again, sometimes one thing I hate Zoom.
Yeah, me too.
I tried, and I did even like when the COVID hit with the Working Actor Studio, we did this acting class via Zoom. Yeah. And it's just...
I know, it's not the same.
It's easier for me even to act against the wall. Yeah. I feel like it's just very different on screen. That's why I like to do the podcast live.
Live, absolutely. Yeah.
It's very different. But it's just, as I said, I think the self-tapes give a lot of new opportunities because you can tape yourself. You can get a casting for something that happens on the other side of the world. It's amazing, but at the same time, it also gives a lot of constraints. But you say it gives you freedom. Yeah. Here's where I agree and disagree. It gives you freedom when you already understand when you got into it properly, when you learn to let it go even. Yeah. But it can also be your prison because you get this tape and you obsess about it, and you tape it over and over and over and over and over and
That
over and
means-
over, and you hate every tape, and then you hate small bits from every tape, and then you just can't get it done, and you can't make yourself like yourself.
Okay, and this is where you call the Ghostbusters, yeah? And seriously, and you find yourself an acting coach.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to do it on Zoom, but someone partial that can help you. And it's a game changer. You don't have to do it all the time, obviously, because it's expensive. But even that one time that you just, maybe they shift the way you think about self-taping for the foreseeable future, you know? Also, I will go back to the point I made before, which is when you're in acting class and you see somebody who's fucking amazing, you make friends with them and you offer to be their reader, and you hopefully have a little bit of a relationship. And if they're good, they probably will be good at directing. Do you know what I mean? So make a community for yourself. I feel like people, I mean, we live in a world now that everything is so separate and it's all like online, social media, but actually we need that community. So finding out maybe who are actors in your area of London, and start helping each other, but by volunteering your own time first, which a lot of people don't do because everyone is quite selfish.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like I helped so many people before in self-taping, but that taught me, because obviously I always have less tapes because I'm Polish, so the casting is just not there. So less tapes. Everybody else always in my circle had more tapes. So I was constantly helping people, but that taught me so much. Oh, so much.
But that's another thing. It's like, because for actors, I know it myself. If you're an actor, you probably have to have a real job.
Yes. Yeah.
A real job, because you have to feed yourself.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. And it's just sometimes you don't have time for your own tapes, or you kind of find time somewhere at night, or you just, I don't know, you have to deal with it. And then to help someone else, it's just sometimes like, I would really want to help, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't be there for you because you live on a different side of a city, which
Zoom.
Yeah.
That's when the horrible Zoom comes in. But no, I get it. I totally get it. And again, if you are in the stage of your life when you are renting and flat sharing, it's not a bad idea to flat share with other actors.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's one of the things that I want in my life.
Yeah, because it makes it so much easier. Yeah. Unless you have a family member or a partner that's willing to do it. Like my husband, he's not an actor and he's my reader. And I actually really like him as a reader because he is an audience member. You know what I mean? So he looks at it from an audience point of view and he will tell me, like, I don't believe it.
How long did it take you to get used to watching and listening to yourself?
So I've watched a lot of myself through the factory, you know, like, and there comes a point that you do get desensitized to your own face. So you stop looking like, oh my God, my double chin or whatever. You just kind of go, oh, this is my face. It's fine. And you start actually watching the performance. And this is why I always encourage people to just record yourself constantly. I know it's weird and creepy, but even when you're chatting to your friend, like record yourself, because I'm sure when you look back at the footage, you go, oh, that's how I move when I'm like surprised.
That's what my lips do.
Exactly. But it's so important to know these things. Like the other day in the class in the Screen Actors Gym, there was a moment where a girl was telling a story and she said she was describing the story, talking to her scene partner. And I was like, is that how you describe stories? Because when I describe a story, I go into the story, I try to remember the details and I relive it slightly. It's very rarely that I will look into the eyes, and hence why you have to know what you do.
Yeah.
And I doubt that it will be fully looking into the eyes.
You see what? That's one of the things that I notice sometimes, that often in the scenes you require more eye contact that you would have in real life.
Exactly. Why are you giving it then?
They want it from you. They want, like, okay, I want more eye contact. But no, when I'm talking, like, I can look at you, then I look somewhere else. I kind of try to, recall something in my memory. I'm thinking about something, then I look at you again. If you will act like this all the time, I've heard that feedback, like, yeah, but I need more eye contact. Why can't you hold it for long? I'm like, it's not always on screen. You do want it as real as possible, but sometimes something that's real doesn't look real on screen.
Of course. And you have to understand your medium, which is understand the camera. And I agree that there are moments where you just have to hold it because that's what the camera will like. That's why, again, knowing these technical aspects when you're self-taping, learning about the medium, which is the camera, game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's a profession.
Yes.
You gotta know shit.
Absolutely. Imagine, this is why I don't understand when sometimes I meet actors and they're like, I don't really watch movies. I don't think you should be doing this.
It's like meeting writers who don't really read books.
Yeah, that's insane to me. I genuinely feel like these are the people that love I'm an actor, but don't actually care about the craft. And as well, this is going to be brutal, but I'm Eastern European, so people who say, oh, like, it's so much effort to learn about the self-taping stuff and the technical aspects. I don't really want to, I just want to act. You don't want to be an actor. I really don't believe that. I think you just want the glamour of it, which doesn't exist.
You gotta know as much as possible about everything around you, because
it
there are
will make
hundreds
you a better
of people on set who do their jobs without whom you would look shit even if you act perfectly well.
Yeah. And knowing their jobs makes such a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. But in a sense, I do understand the feeling if it's like someone thinks that you do need to learn it. You do. But does your job has to completely depend on it in this particular case when, like, well, I didn't know how to turn on the sound, but then I acted well.
Yeah, but think about it. Now that I know I have a mic here, I know that I can't do this shit. Right?
Yeah.
So it is the
Yeah.
It is the job. So get your shit together and fucking learn stuff.
Yes, I agree with that. So, here where we come to owning it. It's your acting studio, right? Which there is a lot in the name.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. How did it come together? Why did you call it owning it? Is it your philosophy?
I think whenever you look at any actor's techniques, it all boils down to owning it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? To like taking control and going, fuck it, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to own it. And there's something magical when, even if you're wrong, but when you just invest in something fully and go, this is how I'm going to do it. There's something about it that I think is a great philosophy, just in general in life, to own things, your decisions, and instead of agonizing over a self-tape, own it and go, this is my version, even if it's wrong. And often I see that when people do own it, they do get a callback, even if they fucked up.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Because it's just like it's something real, even if it's wrong for this version.
Yes.
And we want to see if you will follow different direction.
Absolutely.
But at least it's something. It's not the same as everyone else. Which, I mean, look, sometimes I've been in this situation. Obviously, get a lot of castings for typical bad guys.
Yes.
Russian bad guys. And you watch a lot of film and TV where there are bad guys because fuck you, that's why. They're just bad. No one cares. And they're typical, like really typical. They look the part, they act the part. There is like, it's just stereotypical. And you feel like, if that's what you have, probably that's what I need to do in the tape.
Yes.
But No.
You can always send 2 takes. This is another thing that I love about self-taping. You decide. You decide. You can do, let me show the stereotypical version that you probably will want. And let me show you something of mine.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time they accept more than one tape.
Yeah. What's the worst case scenario? They're not going to watch it? Okay.
Well, do they watch it all?
I doubt it.
Because here's the thing.
Unless they're interested, they will watch it.
Because I remember I spoke to my friend and he said like I once got this casting for a commercial though. Commercial, different beast, but still. And he said my agent sent me the whole letter from the casting director. Just copy paste it. And I see, and they say they have like about 4,000 applicants that they send the self-tape to. Which means the tape is at least a couple minutes long. It's like 2-part. And he says like, this is such a huge disrespect. No one will ever watch. You just ask at least 3,900 actors to do something you will never watch. Yeah. This is awful. But why would you like, it takes people days sometimes to create those, to do those. And you just like, you know that out of those 4,000 people, just by looking at their headshots, you would remove 90%.
That's for a commercial, though, right? Yeah, I think it's even worse. American casting directors love to do this, where they give you 10 pages, and it's like open, like, you know, one of those access or whatever they call it. And you know that it's going to be like thousands of people doing 10 pages. So much work to just learn those lines, like absolute outrageous. Although they do say, oh, you can just like have the sides like in your hand, but this is screen acting. I cannot have sides in my hand.
You know what? It's also this thing like when you have so much stuff to learn, and sometimes you do have. I think it's better in the UK from what I've heard. It's like they do give you more time and they do give you less pages. Yeah. Unless it's something really big. But even if it's something really big, I think they will give you more on more time and they will give you more on the recall.
Yes, that's true.
But I remember those tapes watching Hugh Laurie reading for Dr. House, and those were simpler times. He was reading there, he had the script in his hand. He was reading it, you know, like it was so much more chilled than now, because now I never record, but like I learn my lines for the self-tape always. Then I obsess about it. And then I kind of like I don't feel too bad when I do make mistakes in this, in terms of I change the word a little bit or something, because look, it's
absolutely, I agree.
But it's very different now. It's just like, as I said, like people try to make it perfect. And you are, when you think that like, you know, it's just a self-tape, it was a good tape, but like maybe just think about the fact that there is this guy, my friend, Andre, fucker, he will obsess about that tape so much that he will send it perfect and you will be against them. So if you didn't make it perfect, your acting better be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that why you started your studio?
I started the studio. Actually, originally, I was on a mission to prove to actors that you don't need to spend a lot of money to make your self-tapes look good. And the very first workshop that I designed was how to make your self-tape setup at home.
Yeah.
Better. And very quickly, turns out that actors are like, oh yeah, thank you. Can you still record it for me? It's like, no, it's like taking the horse to the thingy and drink. But they just don't want to drink. So hence why I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'm going to be recording it. But I'm still encouraging people to not pay for it. Because I do deeply believe that we shouldn't be spending money on
trying to get a job.
No, it's crazy. But learning the skill is very important because it will last you then for multiple. And even I take it even further, because the more I've learned about self-taping, the more I've learned about technical aspects. Therefore, I was able to do photography. Now I do my own headshots. So, you're saving money the more I do my own editing of my showreels.
Yeah.
So these are important skills that will save you money in the long run.
Yeah, it's true. There's just
I
so much
know.
to learn. Like the thing is, with the podcast when I started, there's so much stuff I had to learn.
I know.
Lighting,
It's overwhelming.
sound, some editing, color grading, and yeah, it's all really useful. You might not be able to learn all of it to an extent when you would be kind of a professional in everything.
Of course, but you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Unless there is a guy like Andre, not me, the other Andre.
He's like, can we have a photo of him? I want to see him.
No,
it's like a twin.
It's my very good friend, Andre Nova. He's an actor. He also speaks Russian and Italian.
God damn.
We do go for a lot of same roles, and we're good friends. Honestly, we talk a lot about it. Like he just recently got the role that I really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we actually had a conversation about it, and we actually even exchanged the self tapes just to check, and we discussed it. So
great.
like it's great. It's good to have. We were very honest about it. I told him, and he told me, he's like, look, mate, obviously I want to get a role, but if you get it, I'll be happy for you, because it's better you than someone else. And same on my side. So I think it's always much better to be friends rather than be cutthroat.
It's so weird, the cutthroat thing, because it doesn't depend on you.
It doesn't
what's
serve
the point?
you. Yeah, you'll make enemies.
Yeah,
and also you will not become a better actor as well.
I know. It's very odd when people go into the dark zone with all this.
So what do you teach most your students?
So then I started. So first of all, I was invited by a friend of mine she said, "Oh, I'm going to the screen acting class. Would you like to go with me?" And I thought, I haven't been in such a long time. And I haven't been in UK in an acting class. So I thought, I'll go. And I was very disappointed. So I thought, wow, I think I can do a better job.
Yeah.
I definitely have the experience. But it's trying to get over your own shit at the same time. Because straight away, I'm like, I'm super dyslexic. Will I be able to express my thoughts? Would people care? Do I have the experience? No, I do. But do I? And then you looking at other people who have zero experience in their teaching, and you doing damage, and you're like, what the fuck? And they're selling out. There are 16 people in the class. There was an obnoxious amount of money, not actually benefiting the actors. It's just like a money-making machine. So I was just like, I need to do this. And I try to keep my morals intact as much as possible.
Yeah.
I care about the actor. So yes, okay, I need to make some money out of it, but I try to keep the classes relatively on the cheaper side. They're small and they are very much tailored to each actor. So I don't mass produce, as in give everybody the same scene and hope for the best. I cast every person individually and look through their spotlight and all that jazz. And then when people start coming maybe more often, I can actually have a little bit of a journey for them to see oh, okay, we did the tough guy the first time, but now we're going to do a softie. And you know what I mean?
Is it rewarding doing that?
Oh, immensely, yeah, definitely. And it's rewarding for myself because I kind of had to beat down my own insecurity demons and surprise myself very much that I'm actually all right at this. And I've been selling out pretty much after a month of opening the studio. I started to sell out consistently and I was like, wow. So yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, getting your confidence is a big thing, especially for actors.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the...
I mean, I'm still learning because it's like, this is the thing that nobody tells you when you start teaching, and also directing, because I'm directing all the time, is that you have to recognize within seconds who a person is. Do you like tough love or do you need nourishing? Do you know what I mean? How do I tell you which way to go so you respond the best? Whoa, that's one of the biggest minefields. Yeah. And I feel a lot of directors don't have the opportunity to practice this. You know what I mean? Like directors don't, I don't know your experience, but sometimes you're on a film set and the director gives you very little or nothing, because rightfully so, they're so concentrated about this thing and that thing. There's something to think about that you have to direct yourself. So that's a skill that's important to master as well.
There's a lot of directors who are just technical directors who, like, they know the lenses, they know everything, but like about the frame, and they know the colors and everything, which is great.
Yeah.
Visionaries. But at the same time, some of them have no idea how to work with actors. They're just like
a bit scared of
you have to interpret their directions sometimes, because what they tell you, it kind of like doesn't really make sense from acting point of view. You have to kind of translate it into acting language. Yeah. But some of them know. I worked with some great directors who actually, when I was, doing this scene, they had like just one sentence. I'm like, oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
It's one word can unlock everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Look, it's hard to... I understand it's a stupid question, but still, what do you think is one of the most valuable skills right now for actors? Is there?
No brainer. Adaptability. Mm-hmm. So, for example, this is one of the main things I always observe when people come to the gym, and you can kind of interpret that as like a callback, right? Because we are in the room, I've given you a scene, you are the first take, I let people do their version.
Yeah.
And then I direct them. And often people prepare a version and that's fucking it. You're trying to like go, oh, let's go this direction. And they're like, but I prepare in this way. And I do think it's the most important thing, because in the real world, when you do get lucky enough to get a call back, they will throw something at you. Just not even because they want you to play it that way. They just want to see whether they can count on you on set. If shit happens, that you can just bounce the ball. So I think that's the most important thing, to be able to discard your idea completely and go a different direction. And a lot of actors can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree with that. Absolutely. And I've heard so many times that from actor friends who got that curveball basically on a callback, and they were like, yeah, they liked me. They gave me the direction, and I know I didn't do it well, and that was it.
That was away. The death. Absolutely. Yeah. My close friend, she's a TV director. She does some movies as well, but mainly TV, and she's doing really well, like big projects. And I always ask her, like I interview her all these questions from the casting point of view, the reality of it, and also like what are you looking for when there's a callback? And that's the main thing she does. That even if she loves you, she knows that this is it. She will give you something like a curveball just to see whether you're able to do it. She doesn't want you to play it like that on the day. And if you can't do it, then the trust is gone, because then she has to think about so many things on set that she won't have time to baby you.
Yeah.
Brutal, but true.
No, but I mean, look, it's not even brutal. It's just they checking your skill set.
That's the job. Yeah, that's the job.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The life we chose, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is great though. As tough and unpredictable as it is, I feel like the main thing for actors is to find the life balance, that whether you get the job or you don't, it doesn't determine the level of happiness in your life, that it's like a bonus. I think that's the most important thing, because I've been in the darkness.
Yeah. Tell me more about it.
I've been through that where, oh my God, I got a part. This is it. This is amazing. This is going to change things. And then nothing fucking happens. You're like, what? And you go, or you didn't get a part and you're so disappointed. I recently, literally yesterday, there's this thing that came out, and I auditioned for it. I didn't get it. It was a very good part. And possibly politics took over the reason why somebody with a bigger profile got the part. And at first the instinct is like, oh, but I love to, when the thing comes out, I like to actually watch it. And it was not great.
Yeah.
The whole project was not great.
Oh.
And I always feel like, I actually been spared. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, I do feel that everything has a meaning and a reason when it doesn't happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. But when it comes out and it's good, you don't like the meaning and the reason.
Yeah, but then I wonder, when you watch the actor who got it,
yeah,
are you the same flavor of what they presented? Because often I go, I'm not actually, and I wouldn't want to be. Therefore, we have this artistic clash that I would not be. I'm always sad about the money. Okay? The money I'm sad about. Always.
Yeah, in this industry, you will be sad about the money most of the time.
Yeah, that I didn't get it. But yeah, you watch stuff and you're like, damn.
So that's how you deal with rejection.
Yeah. I now, it used to be that I would be like sick for a week or whatever. Now I give myself permission to maybe, if I truly went, call back and you really close, that's when you start being really invested. So I give myself a morning period, and usually it's like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm at this place in my life where I can be like, and then I'm like, I'm over it now, thank you. But I allow myself to feel that, where I think a lot of actors would bury it.
Maybe, yeah. No, the thing is, it's easier when you just, I mostly audition for small things, mostly.
Yeah.
So there are usually no callbacks. They're usually, you either get it or not.
Yeah.
And for me, I think it's easier to just forget about it. And then, I did the tape, I sent it out on most cases, and I just I forget about it. Weirdly, sometimes, so that time comes by and they come back to you. Sometimes they come back to you to last time. I think, there was an email that I got 2 weeks ago from someone that I auditioned for in the beginning of August. Mm-hmm. And they were like, well, we just wanted to let you know that we finally cast the role, so Andre is not in the race anymore. I'm like, that took them a while.
Yeah.
I forgot about it already.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, don't even tell me. Unless I have a planned holiday that clashes, and then I need to know whether I got something. Other than that, I don't want to know.
Yeah. I mean, look, there is a good side in it, because if they just let you know, almost 3 months later, they'll let you know that you're not in a race anymore. It means that you were, which is a good sign. Yeah. Otherwise, they would tell you before.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah.
But also, you're like, I already forgot about it. Why did you just reminded me that I didn't get it?
Well, you can say that to your agent. You can say don't let me know.
But I mean, I say that, but I still kind of do want to know.
Okay. You like the pain.
I don't like it at the same time. I do. I don't know. It's hard. It is hard.
Oh, it is hard.
I checked your IMDb. I think your first credit was around 2007. Yeah.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Well, it was your first First
James
role.
Nesbitt. First paid, like
Yeah.
professional, yeah. Yeah.
Since then, how much do you think and what changed in the industry?
It opened up ever so slightly.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I do see bigger parts that are happening for Eastern European. It's different, for men as well. I think it's slightly easier for women, I feel. I
Yeah.
don't know what's your impression. Like, do bigger parts for men exist that are juicy?
Well, I mean, define juicy. It's
Just something with a little bit of freaking storyline, man. I'm not even that demanding. Just give me a few episodes.
Well, look, it's weird because take, for example, Stranger Things.
Yes.
One of the biggest shows in the world, right?
Yeah.
And they're Russians, and some of them were cast Russians,
Mm-hmm.
and there's both this guy who appears from time to time. I can see his face. He was like in the last Mission Impossible. He was playing this Russian captain. He was there, one of the prison inmates.
Yeah.
And he's here, he's there. Like he does some episodic parts, mostly of bad guy because he I think he looks kind of the part of. I'm sure he can play anything.
Yes.
But he kind of looks the part. But then there was this big part of this Russian prisoner who was with David Harbour in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not played by the Russian. His Russian isn't amazing. So there are parts, but there sometimes go to the people who are not,
That's very
authentic
frustrating.
enough. But no, I think industry opens up and there are more parts and they do look for more authentic parts.
It's just so slow, man. I'm gonna be in my 80s.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm so happy that we had the diversity wave, that we have much more black faces on our screens. Amazing. Fucking finally. But we do not have diversity when it comes to accents.
Yeah.
And that is, I hope, the next wave. You know what I mean? But it's probably good when I'm going to be like dead. But I'm so happy that some diversity has happened. Like seriously, like in fantasy. Why was everybody white? In fantasy.
No,
with fantasy.
This actually here I kind of understand it a little bit because I think what Game of Thrones did it well because they did have diversity, but the diversity was kind of locked to different regions of the world, and it was a little bit more believable in my opinion. Because if you have some technically middle ages village somewhere in the
yeah, but it's fictional.
Yeah, but it's still it still needs to have some be grounded in something kind of real. Why everyone? It's like it looks like modern London. It's like I understand in the modern world there's like more diversity in every, especially big city. But like if it rooted into the like something that more historical for us, it would be. I think it would be more believable if we have this region where like darker skinned people live.
Yeah.
Here, like where like more Asian looking people. Here's like where all the whites.
Yeah.
And if every village looks exactly the same, it kind of like you don't understand where exactly this is in the world. It's kind of like looked like a modern bar in London.
Yeah.
So I kind of do understand it. It looks, for example. Yeah, in Game of Thrones, I think it looked fine. In The Witcher, for me, it was like I still can enjoy the show if it's good, which it became.
I haven't watched that, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of like you can. I think you can have diversity, but make it smart and make it rooted into reality and make it work. Add to the story rather just like let's just throw in everyone.
Absolutely, they did go through like let's just shove anyone here just so it's colorful.
Yeah.
They definitely went to that period, but now I feel like the dust has settled and now the casting is actually starting to be normal.
I think it depends on the project because The Witcher is very recent. And
true.
No. And that's where they just decide to throw in everyone. and you're just like, I don't understand where in the world this exists.
Yes.
Game of Thrones did it better, I think, and House of the Dragon did it well. I know and I spoke to Will Johnson on a podcast, and he's a black guy, and he played like a big role in this. And there were a lot of people who were like, why this change this family to black? It doesn't look. No, actually, in this world, it looked fine because they're also kind of like they're pirates.
Yes,
and it's like it looked good. But when everything becomes like that, then you kind of start to question how this world functions.
Yes, yeah.
It should be rooted more into reality. But anyways, yeah, I think there should be some balance. But I also think that we don't need to have the shows where everyone is white. Then you know what? No, if we talk about the Chernobyl, amazing series, right?
But don't get me started on the casting.
Why?
Because there was only the small, tiny parts where everyone else was from another country.
Yeah, but I think they went this way with basically they decided we're making English-speaking show. So first of all, we don't want them to speak with Russian accent because they kind of technically speak their own language. So why would they have an accent? We just have different accents of English that would represent different accents of Russian and Soviet Union. But what I mean about that, like there were people who were like, why there was no black actors? Because they show Ukraine in Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Like it would completely
that would make no sense.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't mind when it's fantasy show or like Bridgerton's, which is kind of fantasy.
Yeah, that's
to a degree,
fantasy.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. I don't really mind that British queen is black. I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah.
But if you take historical show,
no, that would be ridiculous.
Then it kind of maybe I'm on the fence there. But who am I to judge?
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just. We have hope.
Yeah, but do you agree that it's just so slow?
I'm in the industry for just 10 years, and I had some opportunities. I had some opportunities taken away from me. So I don't know. Yeah, but I can't. Honestly, I'm not a woman. I can't compare how it is, for men and women.
But I've been told literally in my face that if you were British, your career would be much bigger.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you for telling me.
So, which is like, your skill, amazing.
Yeah.
Your place of birth?
Not so good. The accent. Yeah. And I'm not talented enough in the accent department to be able to be like, chung, chung, chung.
Yeah, it's a different beast. Especially for us, because our mouth, our muscles in our mouth work in a very different way. Yeah, it's true. Anything else in industry that you think changes in a good way, bad way?
I don't know. The whole social media thing is a bit tricky. Like as an actor, should you be on it? Should you not be on it? Should you be trying to have like followers and all that shebang? I've never hunted for that, so I don't have that many at all. But maybe I should have. Especially when I had the opportunities of being like, I don't know, Black Mirror and like hammering it on. I should have probably done it. But I don't know. It's not also in my nature. I'm already suffering because I have to do so much social media for the studio, and it's not in my nature whatsoever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have to do it there. So I don't know, but I think it is good to have information about what's going on in the industry. So, for example, following producers, production companies, knowing what's being made. So, therefore, you can have make informed decisions of when you contact a casting director. You know that a new Bridgerton they've commissioned is going to come out. They're going to probably be looking for people. I might send them a period drama scene instead of just sending my spotlight.
Yeah.
Be more strategic in how you approach people. So that's good, I guess, social media. But I don't know. What do you think? What has changed?
I don't know. I started just 10 years ago. In the first few years, I was just studying. I didn't. Right now, I feel like I think the self-tapes overtook everything in my kind of span,
of course, yeah.
for sure. And I think it's, we discussed self-tapes for a long time today. I think it's good. And it's kind of, I do understand when, when Olivia Colman says, I hate self-tapes because I want people in the room, because I'm not someone who would book, roles from tapes, which I'm not sure, because she's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's entirely true, but I kind of understand what she said.
I can't take, like, I hear sometimes Kate Winslet, we were talking before about Kate Winslet. I'm a huge fan. She's amazing on every single level. I think she's a great human being as well.
Yeah.
But whenever I hear her giving advice to young actors, I just feel like saying, shut up, Kate.
Yeah.
You got your break when you were 18 or something. Like in Creatures, what's the movie? Peter Jackson directed it. That was her breakout part.
Yeah.
It was a huge movie. Then she got Titanic when she was 21. Okay.
Titanic. Yeah.
Girl did not suffer. Okay. Girl did not have to hunt. So this is why I actually think it would be so much more interesting, instead of listening to these big celebrities giving advice to actors, to actually talk to actors who've been in the industry for like 40 years and they survived and they've been, their career, but they're in it. I want to hear how that person survived. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
These are the people we should be interviewing and talking to.
Because look, I understand that the Kate Winslet sometimes speaks about problems that she had to go through, and she spoke a lot about, like, she was critiqued for her body and
yes.
and that, and I do understand
but that's
that.
fame.
But at the same time, you see, she was always on a level when she didn't have to go through some other grinding that other actors have to go through. And it's, I think a lot of actors who start their careers, including maybe me when I was starting, like, I thought, like, well, I want to do acting because whatever.
Yeah.
I want to do acting not because whatever. I want to do acting because I always loved films and series, and I wanted to be a part of it, and I want to be a part of storytelling. But it's the romantic side, like being in it, actually doing acting. Being an actor, it's so much more of other stuff that has sometimes barely anything to do with acting.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for people to know, to hear about the grind from people who, as you said, who were in acting, surviving as actors, rather than being, up there. Because we always, of course, we like to hear the stories about the gods. But it's important to know about the people who were just in it all the time and just grind and grind and grind. And then it will help you to make more informed decision if you actually should do it.
Yeah.
And it still won't be enough informed, because you will still romantics of that, and whatever, this is not what happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We romanticize a lot, especially jobs. This is why not putting emphasis on, like, this part is going to get me this. It's so important, because you will crash and burn. Do you sometimes, like, watch a movie and go like, oh, this actor, they're great. Where are they now? IMDb. They've never worked again. Or like they did like really shitty projects afterwards. Yeah. That shivers down my spine. Yeah. But like, this is why you can never, even when you get successful, unless you're DiCaprio, who is like, boom, 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 consistently, you can never really feel like you made it. It feels like it.
You're not out of the woods.
You're never out of the fucking woods.
Yeah, because people like DiCaprio or Tom Cruise, they create their own projects. They kind of choose that's one thing that I hear sometimes.
And it was different times when they emerged, you know?
Yeah,
80s, 90s, different times.
Different times. Yeah. But what people sometimes say, people who don't know anything about acting, they're like, why would he take this job? Why would he do this? It's a shit role. It's a shit film. Because it's his fucking job to survive. He needs to do the job. Yeah. And you take the job that is given to you most of the time, not other way around. Like you're...
But next time when I get a bigger gig, I'm going to be a smart girl and I'm going to invest in a PR company.
Yeah.
Like the others do. Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. They're very expensive. That's the problem. That's why I need a big job.
Does it help any industry?
So what happens is they obviously like photo shoots, shit like that, whatever. That's bonus. But they will organize for you to go to events where, for example, you can actually meet in a social environment, relaxed environment, casting directors. And be like, oh, hi, I'm a Polish actress, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can actually make relationships that are not, hi, through email.
Yeah.
Like my spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. You actually go to events. That's one of the things, you know. Also, it will, you know, it's all about marketing. It makes you look more expensive than you actually are. Illusion, but
I mean,
works.
Look, how does it work? I mean, okay, they I can understand the scenario when they met you at some event and they kind of had the conversation with you. Maybe they even remember you. And then there comes out the part, they're like, oh, actually, yeah, I remember meeting that guy. But most of the time, even if you meet some directors, even if you talk to them, they cast something through casting directors and they're like, they will not write it, you know, a role for you. So it's almost pointless. Yeah, you know more people now, but at the same time, they still cast someone who they need, not you.
The producers make the decisions. It's not usually the directors. This is the very sad reality that I have found out from my friend who's doing really well. And she would go, I really want this guy. And they go, no. There is a list. Okay, you can pick from this list. And she goes, okay, well, can I have this guy and this guy and this guy then? And then the producer comes and goes, no, I don't like them. I want this guy. And she goes, oh, okay. Because like, game over.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sad. But this is the reality. But it's, in a way, it's good to know because now I know, okay, so I know who's the big guy and who I actually need to present myself in front of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no.
Have we gotten into the depressed well?
No, I mean, we were not out of it.
we in it. We live in it.
No, it's not living.
It's existing.
Survival. Yeah. How was the Black Mirror experience?
Was good. It was kind of surreal how secretive they kept it. Like they literally would not say out loud that it's Black Mirror, even when I was on set. Even
really?
Yes! They were like, we can't talk about it.
Did you know?
Yeah, my agent was like, nobody will say it. It's obviously Black Mirror, okay? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then I understood why they're so secretive because I started to get loads of DMs from like super fans going like, can you just like tell me this thing? Like, is this thing happening? Like,
really?
what's up? Yeah.
How did they know that you are there?
I don't know. But this is the thing, like, yeah, or I did a project with Joe Alvin and like people were bombarding me, asking me like, what is he like? And like, it's kind of terrifying.
Interesting. Never been in such a situation yet.
So I understood why they have so many NDAs, why they just like so secretive, because there are super fans out there that are a little bit scary.
And probably some of them might be not super fans, but you know, some reporters or whatever, journalists.
Yeah, possibly trying to get a scoop or something. But it was like a small part. It wasn't that significant. But I remember I went to the rap party, and Charlie Brooke, is that his name? Oh my God. No, I'm so bad with names. The creator.
I'm not sure. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not sure.
We're gonna have to reshoot this.
Yeah, you have on screen the
because
the guy.
I'm the worst with names.
Yeah.
But anyway, Charlie Brooke, I think that's it. I've met him on the rap party, and he remembered me. He was like, "You the girl that played?" And I was like, "That's it. Now I can die." Because I'm a huge fan of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I love Black Mirror.
The thing is, like with the Black Mirror, it's amazing. I still haven't watched all of it, but I remember the very first episode of the very first season that I watched probably 12 years ago.
It scarred me.
I watched it, I was like, this is amazing, but I'm not in the best, time of my life, so probably I should watch it later. I just watched the rest up until I think last season.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, basically. I just
really?
you know what? It's time, and I loved it. I think, I haven't watched last season, and maybe I haven't finished the season before, but I watched like at least 3 full seasons, and then kind of a little bit more. Yeah, and I need to watch a little bit more of it. But
I love things that stir me in a like moral way.
Yeah.
I just love shit like that.
No. Yeah,
it's my type of.
I just took a little pause because right now I'm watching Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah.
And it's good. I think it's so good that it's a little bit overrated, if it makes sense. Because have you seen it? No.
I think I maybe started like the first few episodes, and I was like, it's not grabbing me as much, and I have such a long list of things I want to. So I'm quite brutal now. If something doesn't catch me, I move on. Also, I constantly am looking for material for the gym. I have like archives of scenes, but I need to. I know some people cheat and like get them online, but I actually need to watch things so I remember. I have a connection with the text, if that makes sense. So then I can cast people. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, I think it's good. I think Taylor Sheridan, the creator of it, I think he is a fucking genius. He created his empire from nothing. And
I mean, anyone who can write that much.
He was an actor, and he realized it's not my thing, really.
Yeah.
And he started writing while he was like, he had family, he had barely any money, they were barely surviving. Then I think he wrote Sicario.
Wow, really?
I think first was Sicario that he actually gave him first success. Then there was Sicario 2, Wind the River, Hell or High Water, all amazing films. He started to create the shows, and he created Yellowstone and the spin-offs. And one of the most favorite things I've watched in years was 1883. It's kind of a spin-off of Yellowstone, but it's not like a prequel, but it's, it's just completely different characters. They just connected by the family, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've seen. And then I watched 1923, which is also great with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. And then I decided, probably now it's time to watch Yellowstone. And I have to say, it's really good. The writing is good. The characters, like everything is good, but and I understand why some people love it so much, but to me, it's kind of like, it's very good to a degree when it's a little bit overrated. 1883 is much better.
Yeah.
Sicario, Wind the River, the Hell or High Water, I think are just better than this, but it's still good. I mean, look, the acting there, like in Kevin Costner and all the actors. So I took a little pause from Black Mirror. I'll come back to it for sure. Yeah.
Another thing I recommend is Bloodline. I recently discovered it, and I was like, "This is Shakespeare." Yeah. It's just like a family drama, which doesn't sound very exciting, but it's the acting in it is incredible, and the character development and where it goes. It's very clever. Yeah. So I like that.
Well, another one on the list. There's way too many.
It's a long list.
Way too many. Yeah, it's true. Are there any, most memorable projects that you worked on?
Memorable.
Or maybe some memorable anecdotes from the set.
Recently, I've done a movie with Laura Linney, Ozark.
I haven't watched Ozark.
Oh, it's good.
With Ozark, I kind of heard so much about it. It's so good that I watched first episode. I'm like, people were saying like, this is Breaking Bad. It's just like the level of Breaking Bad. Good. And I'm like, I don't know. Breaking Bad got me on the first episode. This didn't.
Yeah, fair enough. Nothing is as good as Breaking Bad. Okay, but yeah. Yeah. So I was on set, and I've been doing this for a long time. I don't get stressed. I'm quite like chill when I'm on set. I completely blanked my lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, it happens to the best of us.
3 takes, or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
The longest takes of my life. And I was like, oh shit. And the worst thing was that this poor actress that was with me, they did a 2-shot. That's how they wanted to film it. In 1 take, 2-shot. No cuts in between, like me and her. So I was like, I'm just fucking up her takes.
Yeah.
So, and then you have that voice going like, you're gonna fuck up again, aren't you? You are. So I had to go, shut the fuck up. And I got my shit together and it was fine. But it's just like, it's funny that it doesn't matter how much experience you have, it can just happen.
Yeah.
And what was nice in a way, that the next day, this well-known actress, she completely blanked as well several times. I was like, it's okay, everybody does it.
Yeah.
But it was a nice reminder of that, because sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself, like, oh my God, I need to nail every take because every minute costs so much money.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very different things. Forgetting your lines is one thing. Coming not prepared is a very different.
Oh yeah, I was prepared. I just went blank.
Yeah.
So I'm yum.
At least it's not theater.
Yes, it's not theater.
They can even though it's expensive, they can do another take.
Yeah. But I've written a whole blog post about it because I write like a weekly blog on the website, and I just try to be as transparent and not glamorize the acting industry, and I try to be just honest with people as much as possible, and people really appreciate it, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the next blog posts about my failure.
Yeah, I mean, look, it happens.
Yeah,
I think all the time because I was on set of Inside Man 7 is one of the projects I was in, and we were doing the scene, and I know the lines, and I remember like 3 or 4 takes. I just swapped the lines, and especially there were 2 lines that start with the same couple of words.
That's the worst.
And then he just like, shit. But anyhow, we got through it.
Well, the magic of editing, so they can edit around it.
Yeah.
But this was a 2-shot.
Yeah.
Continuous, no cuts. It was like, in fact, there's no editing to be saved. I had to do the full scene and remember all of them.
Yeah.
So I did it. I did it. But yeah.
No, but look, there are so many videos on YouTube with famous actors who are amazing actors who just fuck up the lines all the time. So it's not like you should go for it. It's not normal, but it's normal.
Do you ever go to classes?
I did. Well, after Identity, I was doing this working actor studio class with Lee almost for 6 years, probably weekly class. I want to go back as soon as I can afford it.
Oh, is it really expensive?
It's not that expensive, but right now I can't barely afford breathing. So
okay. Sugar daddies out there or mamas, whatever, we'll take you. Sell some feet pics.
Huh?
Sell some feet pics.
Not those feet.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's where women have it easier in this world, selling their feet, underwear, bathtub water, whatever.
Hey, maybe that would be a niche. Maybe no man tried. You could be first.
I'm sure someone did. We never hear stories about it.
Anyway, it's an option to be explored.
But no, I believe if you're an actor, no matter where you are, even if you're DiCaprio, you probably should do classes or training or prepare for like...
This is the thing that a lot of celebrities don't talk about. But actually, most of them have acting coaches that guide them through the whole process from when
sometimes
they're
with them on set, basically.
They are, because again, I was very fortunate to be part of the factory, and one of the kind of people that was part of it was Jerry Grinnell, who is a private acting coach for the stars. He famously helped Heath Ledger create the Joker. Yeah, and like so many other but nobody really talks about him.
No. They want to create a story about how this actor came.
Yeah.
And look, not taking away anything from the actor. They
No,
did
of course
the job.
they did it.
But like creating this, this together with director. But barely. Some people mentioned like, so yeah, I had this guy on set who was with me or a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's important to do training
Absolutely.
all the time.
That's why sometimes if you really are agonizing with a self-tape, just get an acting coach. And it takes a while also to find the right one. I have an actor who comes to me who has like 3 coaches, and he will pick the one that will suit, he feels Natalia will suit this material. I'm going to tape with Natalia, or somebody else will suit. And I think that's so clever.
It is.
That's really clever to do that, because sometimes you will feel like, no, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this, but sometimes I don't. And it's nice to have a bit of help.
It's when you can afford it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Go and do the self-tape with your acting coach and do it perfectly well.
Why weren't we born with money?
Because someone else was.
This is why when people say, oh, there's so many Nepo babies there, some Nepo babies are really good. What I've noticed by just like being even around rich people is that they have this ease about them. Like, you know, like everything is okay and it's going to be okay. And that's fucking attractive.
Yeah.
So when a person comes to the casting room with that energy, you immediately like, oh, okay. I can just sit back and watch.
You sat in casting rooms.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Tell everyone about it. First of all, what did it make you understand as an actor? And also, what other actors need to know? What do casting directors want from us?
If you come in, I know, and this is like so difficult, but if you come in and you're like, you making me nervous.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm scared that how am I supposed to give you this part? Are you going to be like this on set? Because on set, it's going to be stressful too.
You know what's interesting?
You less stress on set, I know.
I was in acting class with people I love, with the teacher I trust, doing scenes that I prepared for extensively, and I think I knew what I was doing. Not always, but I had an idea. And I know people are not judging me, but it's an acting class. And I'm fucking shaking in the first take because what the fuck? I'm on set. I'm fine. I'm relaxed. I know what I realize, I'm an actor. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but it's a skill that it's important to. I always, personally, as an actor, but also I advise people to actually don't try to squash their nerves. Instead, invite them in and say, come in, nerves. Give me the that I need for a scene. Because often the scenes, at least the characters I audition for, need that edge.
Yeah.
There rarely is the scene like, oh yeah, you know. No, sometimes there are those indie, you know, like we're just chatting kind of thing. They want to see whether you can be natural. But often the parts I audition for are like high stakes, all that drama, crying. So it's nice to channel the nerves. But if you come in shaking like a leaf, it just puts me like a bit, even if you're trying to be understanding, it just creates that.
So if you get nervous, just don't.
Just don't. Channel the nerves. But the more calm you are, and how you can make yourself calm by not making the audition the most important thing in your life. Having a rich outside life.
Oh, come on, that too?
Yeah. So when it comes, honestly, it's such a game changer. I feel like I've reached this moment in my life that I'm so easy breezy that it has shifted things because I'm no longer so desperate. I'm kind of like, if you give it to me, awesome. If you don't, that's fine. I have shit to do. You know?
Well, another layer on top of everything. Be happy in your life.
Yeah, be happy. Yeah.
Mm.
Or find some fulfillment, you know, somewhere else. That maybe also helps with, like this is definitely within the niche, right? So if this is fulfilling you, great. You're busy doing this. And if you get a part, it's a nice bonus.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather want to have more parts in this to be a nice bonus to everything, but one day we'll get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I just need to keep going there and here and everywhere. Any technical advice for actors from this side of casting?
Technical.
I know, headshots, showreels, anything.
Showreel, we've spoken about it a little bit before we started recording. I feel a lot of people are obsessed with having like professional footage in your showreel. It takes years to have a good showreel that has professional footage. So if you have a type of scene where this is your martini, Mr. Bond, and you fuck off and you put it in your showreel, that shows me nothing. You just put a glass in front of James Bond. Good for you. That's not much acting. So I think it's better to actually not have a showreel, but have designated scenes within your spotlight that are named like drama, American accent, period, RP accent, and that really suit your casting. Even if you have to typecast yourself, go with the typecast. And then when you start being successful in the typecast, this is where you can start emerging to other things and going, by the way, do you know I can do this as well and not just the typecast? But I think you need to be a business person when you managing your own career, because in the UK, we don't have managers. Like in America, there's a manager who's going to be like, oh, you should do this. But here you have to be your own manager. So you have to be clever and think about yourself as a product, which is, I know, sad. But fuck it. Yeah. And make yourself look more expensive. What I mean by that, less is more. Better to have like social media, right? We were talking about it before. Instead of having loads of pics with your cats or holiday, whatever, keep your Instagram really neat. Maybe some photo shoots if you have some friends who are photographers. I have loads of photo shoots, photographs from photo shoots. And it's because I used to, in my 20s, when I was still pretty and skinny and all that, no, stop it. But I used to email photographers. I would be like, I love your work. Do you need a model? And they'd be like, okay. And then the photos were really lovely. So they had friends who were photographers and they were like, oh, who's this girl? Maybe I can photograph her. And it just grew like crazy. So you can get things for free often, but you just have to reach out to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else before we go to my last few questions that I like, traditional questions? Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about and I didn't ask you?
No, I feel like we covered loads.
Do you think you have a mission in life, something that drives you apart from work?
Oh, the why. Have you heard about the why? Like, it's good in life to ask yourself, what's your why?
I've heard it's good in acting to ask yourself why about the scene.
But even in like business, you know, like when I opened the studio, I wanted to have a clear why I opened the studio. And for me, it was the main thing is transparency. So a lot of people who, I don't know, have acting studios or are coaches or whatever, they don't actually show you their own work. It's like, I'm amazing. Just listen to me. I'm like,
Because some of them
don't have.
didn't do any work. I've seen, unfortunately, like I was lucky enough to get good teachers, but I've seen there are guys who did some jobs as SAs. It's totally fine to do those jobs, but when you do some jobs as a supporting artist or extra, basically, and then you
Market
it as if you broke into Hollywood and you start teaching people.
I know.
That's just disgusting.
And this is why transparency is so important to me. And I have on my website my own self-tapes. People can watch my own work and you decide whether you go, oh yeah, I like what this girl is doing, or fuck no. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. This is why I feel like exactly what you said. There's so many people in the industry that nobody questions what are they saying, why they're saying this, where it's coming from. Do they actually have experience? Which I feel is dangerous, because then there's a lot of just people making money out of other people's dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of yucky. So I'm trying to be transparent and just be honest with people. As we started our conversation with talking about how the differences between the cultural differences. So in the gym, I'm never not kind. I always try to, because I care about people, but I will always tell you what I think.
Yeah.
And you can take it or not. But I also try to back it up with solutions.
Of course.
So I just don't tell you like, you're shit. But I will tell you like, I didn't buy this moment. I didn't buy it because when you look that way, it tells me that you are guilty because you're looking down. If you're trying to play a powerful person, you have to look them in the eye, and you can emphasize with doing blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, I do try to not just say willy-nilly. There's always like a reason for it. And at the gym, we do watch it back, and then we perform again and watch it back again, because otherwise you're working blind. And there is something about screen acting that although something might have felt a certain way, the camera might have seen something completely different. This is why understanding your medium.
No matter what camera saw there or you did in the shot separately, this shot might not say anything to the viewer, but there was a shot before this one, and then you see this and you have completely different understanding of what's happening. Absolutely. That's also a big thing, because I think I don't remember all the names of people who participated in this experiment. Some Russian director, long time ago, they had like a guy, I think just
this is the film
kids.
School.
I think watching kids or just looking with neutral face and
this is the film school. I know it. I say it on the gym. I say this to the gym people.
Maybe you can explain it better than me.
No, basically they do this. They divide the class in film school into 3 groups, and they show them a movie separately. 3 movies. One is a shot of a guy just looking, and then it cuts to a coffin. Then it's a shot of a guy, and it shots back. The
same shot of a guy.
Yeah, the same one. And then there's a baby, and then guy, and I don't know, like a hamburger or something. And then each group is asked, "What did you think?" "Oh my God, he was so devastated. He definitely lost somebody he loved dearly." Another group, "He loves that baby. He was looking with it with so much love and like, just amazing. He's so hungry." And this is the magic of editing.
It's the same shot.
It's the same shot.
Yeah. So sometimes it doesn't really matter what you kind of did there and what kind of thought process you had when you were on camera.
Absolutely. This is another thing I tell people, that there was a girl recently in the gym, and she was like, "I was so zoned out throughout the take. It was such a good take." I'm like, I don't give a shit. I literally don't care. You can be thinking about your grandmother. I don't care. As long as it looked amazing.
You know what's funny about that? It's like there are takes like that. I've experienced it on my own skin, that you feel like, oh, I zoned out. I didn't. But the thing is, something real was there.
Yes.
So you could see that there is something behind those eyes. Because sometimes when you just, actors, and an experienced actress, I do that myself sometimes when I do the self-tapes. I just look at it like, look, dude, this is not acting. You're just waiting for you to say your line. This is very bad. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
There's something should happen there for this to be real. Even if you're thinking about what I want for breakfast.
Whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. This is why it's useful to really know your lines. So actually you can have really good thoughts in between to kind of going, oh, what do I think about this guy? Am I going to murder him later? And then you say your line. So there's a lot of things. It's fun.
Okay, next question.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Universal advice. What piece of advice would you give to people, no matter who they are, where they are, and what they do? Anything that you think would be universal advice that you would want to give to everyone?
Oh, universal advice. That's a bit tricky.
Not just about acting, right?
Know how to invest money.
Oh.
Learn how to invest.
A little too late.
No, you can always learn. And there are like, I don't know, Vanguard. It can kind of like show you what to do. But try to have savings, even if you are poor, which I've been most of my life. So I know what it's like, but actually disciplining yourself to put away a tiny amount, invest so it grows and it's like it's never there. Just try to be money savvy.
Honestly, the things that I learn about money right now when I'm not in a good position. Like if I knew that stuff 10 years ago, it would be so much easier right now, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've only learned about saving in my 30s. And that's thanks to my husband, who's so like, no, you need to have insurance. I'm like, insurance? I'm going to be dead tomorrow. What are you talking about? It's like, no, we need to insure everything. So I'm very grateful that I've met somebody like him who's not an artist and doesn't have like, oh, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
Because he taught me so much about like just being an adult.
Yeah.
So yes, I think
struggling with being an adult.
And I think understanding that sometimes it's okay to not quit acting, but put it on a shelf, get money sorted, and then reinvest in yourself and get like a action showreel thingy, because that will be your casting.
Yeah.
You know, I think understanding that it's not a failure, that it's just a little pause. And focus it, because that will sell you and make you money in the future.
Yeah.
So understanding that as well, when to invest, when to put it on the shelf.
Good advice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you.
And now we are coming to our final
destination
bit. Basically, it's the new tradition. It's called Lasting Words. I didn't tell you about it because I wanted you to think, on the spot. So in the last episode, my guest, actor Kane Lee Harrison, left you a quote just to see what do you think about it? What does it feel? Does it make you feel anything?
Yeah.
The more alcohol I consume, I seem to exhibit the signs of intoxication. Does it do anything for you?
It's a little bit on the nose. It's very exposition writing.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, man. I can't drink anymore.
Oh.
I'm like a granny. I have like 3 days hangovers now. Like I can't, like I'm old.
It's horrible, honestly.
So I choose actually not to drink.
Yeah.
I'm so boring. I was crazy in my 20s, okay? I had a great time. And now it's time to be an old lady. And I'm okay with it.
No, let's not hurry up.
No, I love aging. Aging is awesome.
You know what? I don't agree with you.
Really? I'm like, I can't wait to be like super wrinkly, and then I can like pick up smoking again and be like, and be, giving advice, unsolicited advice to strangers.
No, I'm not sure about giving advice, but definitely telling them what I think about their music, which is stupid.
Back in the day, we had real bands.
There ain't no music. All right, look, now it's your turn.
Oh God, I have to come up with a fucking quote.
So, yes. Anything. Look, it could be anything that maybe a loved one told you. Maybe it's a quote from a song, from a book. Anything that you've heard at some point and you decided for yourself it's meaningful. Maybe it changed your view of life.
Can I look it up? Because I kind of know what, but I would have to like look. No, I'm not allowed.
Of course you can.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you can look it up. Yes, it's not a problem. It's just like if you know a particular quote that you want, that you don't remember what.
It's a verse of a song.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Of course, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Sure.
It's happening.
Will you be able to reach your phone with...
With all the wires.
Yeah.
Okay, baby. It's going to blow your mind.
Mm.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Since we broke up, I'm using lipstick again. I suck my tongue in remembrance of you.
Mm-hmm. Why did it hit you?
Because it's such a fucking good description of that longing.
Yeah.
I suck my tongue in remembrance of you. Yeah, it's the spot.
Where is it from?
It's Possibly Maybe. It's a song by Björk from 95, which will tell you how old I am.
It will not tell me how old you are at all.
I'm 40! There you go, I said it.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm 42. It's not like it's competition. Winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's been a huge pleasure.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed our conversation. Really did. It was fun. Thank you for doing it. I think maybe one day we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where people can find you, everything about you, find your class, and work with you, and maybe study with you, or just ask you inappropriate questions about your co-stars.
If anyone would like to go to the Screen Actors Gym, which is like a weekly drop-in class.
London.
In London, Liverpool Street. It's actually in Theatre Delhi, off Liverpool Street. It's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can book your slot. It's a small class, it's only 8 people. So it gets sold out like a month in advance, which is crazy.
Why?
Yeah.
Right.
It's insane. I can't believe it. Like I don't have any tickets till the end of the year. And I'm already selling for next year. Isn't that insane? I feel like that's insane. Like I might be dead. I might not be here.
Yeah,
anyway.
no returns.
No refunds.
Yeah.
And yes, you can buy your tickets on owningitactingstudio.com. And I also offer coaching, and I can record self-tapes. Although you should be able to do your own self-tapes.
But first learn it in class.
But if you can't, then I'm here to help you. In East London, I have my own self-tape studio. Yeah, and that's pretty much... Oh yes, and I do the weekly blog that I feel sometimes can be useful. With
Same website, right?
Same website, yes.
Instagram?
Oh yes, I have Instagram, Owning It Acting Studio. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, leave your likes, subscribe, ask questions. Maybe at some point you might, look into the comments on the episode. Who knows? Maybe people will ask something. If there is no response, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're all dead to me.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. Well done.